Hey, welcome back to Central PA Live. There's a brand new exhibit coming to the Southern Alleghenies Museum of Art in Altoona, and we were able to get the artist who is bringing this all to Hollidaysburg, a native here. Sarah, well, thank you so much for being here, and you brought your friend Marty as well, who's part of the show. But first, why don't we just start out with what the show is and your inspiration behind it?
Okay, well, I'm an artist who works with recycled materials. I've been an artist in residence at our waste transfer station in Portland, Oregon, where I live, and I'm interested in finding meaning in old things. And one of the old things I've been interested in lately is recipes.
Sure.
And I'm fascinated with screen printing and recipes because they're both things that everyone uses. Yeah. And screen printing is really a democratic medium, and so I wanted more of a kind of participatory project.
Well, I think that we actually, we have some video here of the screen printing of you doing it, and just in case people didn't really, I mean, we know what screen printing is, but I know I didn't realize how much work went into this. And so basically what you're doing is you're taking recipes that you found that are meaningful to people and you're screen printing them into art, right?
Exactly.
Which is really, really neat because, you know, you were talking about it before the show. You know, you had somebody personal in your life who had some recipes, and you said, you know, these mean so much to me, and I think we all feel that way about recipes, right?
So true, yes.
You know, I think about my grandmother's recipes or my mother's recipes, and they're special to the family. So to be able to bake those into a piece of art is really cool. And actually, Marty here, that's where you come into this story.
Sure.
And so Sarah approached you about a recipe that was important to you.
Right, right. Well, my dear friend Sarah asked me what recipe that I could offer for her project. I knew exactly which one I was going to do. Yeah. This recipe is called baked apples. It was written by my grandmother, Mary Martin Bolger, and she was born in the 19th century. So this is a very old recipe, and we still cook it today every year.
So this is being included in the exhibit. Let's get cooking here.
Okay.
Here is.
There's the recipe.
Okay.
So this is very easy, very easy, and like many things in life that are good or very
keep
easy
it simple,
as well,
right?
Keep it simple, the KISS principle.
Yes.
So we want to peel some nice apples, some nice baking apples. We selected Braeburn apples.
Okay.
Braeburn apples keep their shape, they keep their firmness, and they're delicious to bake. So we want to peel some apples, and then we want to core these apples. And we can use a coring device like this, or we can use just a paring knife. And I like to leave a little reservoir on the bottom. Do you, Sarah, on these?
I do, because it makes it, the flavor soaks into the apple.
Yeah, it keeps all the sugars inside.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right,
See,
right.
yeah.
Smart. Okay.
So once we've done that, or while we're doing that, we can bring some water to a boil.
And we've got it boiling, so I'm going to add the sugar. It's half a cup of water and then a cup of sugar.
Which reminds us this is a dessert.
Right.
Exactly. It is.
Sometimes when I get eating apples, I forget that, you know,
right.
that it could be a dessert. Okay, so we're going to add the sugar, and then you have some other ingredients here?
Yes. In fact, I'm going to mix a little bit of water with the, what is this called?
Oh, the cornstarch.
Right, the cornstarch. To thicken it.
Right.
Okay.
And then we'll pour that on top of the apples and put them in the oven. And maybe since we're on a short time frame, we could show what.
Yeah, do you want to go ahead?
Oh, sure.
Okay, go ahead here.
And here we have the finished product. And you all out there.
I always say this. I wish you guys could smell this at home because it smells so good in here.
Here it is.
Wow.
And here they are, and you can see that some of them we might have cored them in some cases, but some have the liquid in them. And those
now, before we get going here, I just want to quick mention when the exhibit is and how people can see this wonderful art.
Okay, so the exhibit is at the Southern Alleghenies Museum of Art in Altoona, and it opens on September 14th. And there will also be a print potluck party at my studio on September 9th in the afternoon from 3 to 5.
It's so cool, and I can't thank you enough for coming here. Now, I think we better give this a quick try.
Absolutely.
See if I can handle a little
here,
more.
Watch, they might be
that
hot.
one right there.
There we go. That is delicious. And really quick, we only have about 15 seconds here. I want to mention this is who the recipe came from, right?
Right. Mary Martin, family of the folks who founded Martinsburg, married Herb Bolger, my grandmother and my grandfather. and this is her recipe.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much, and we'll be right back with more Central PA Live.